Winter Storm Kenan is knocking on many doors in the Northeast, but this is a storm no one's going to want to answer. Hey guys, Bubba here. Hey, if you haven't noticed, I've changed the Bubba on your side to BubbaNews. Let's just get back to the basics, the rebuilt channel of the BubbaNews. But guys, today is the 44th anniversary of the blizzard of '78. And since I'm born and raised here in Indianapolis, Indiana, this is brings back lots of memories. And a lot of you remember this from Illinois, Michigan, Ohio. Indy got 15 and a half inches of snow. Some places got over 30. And guys, what's coming isn't going to be this crazy, but it is going to be a blizzard of sorts with gale force winds of 75 miles an hour up and down the East Coast, especially towards Maine. But guys, this is nuts with tanks and everything. They had to bring food supplies. And I remember this was my old alma mater, Northwest Airlines. And when I'm not day trading and futures trading and whatnot, I love searching the weather with everything else. And it reminds me of my flight attendant days. But guys, this is the model. This is what they're showing now for the winter storm Kenan that's getting ready to hit the East Coast. And I'm going to show you here how the weather models are coming along. What this is doing is it's actually going to pick up this clipper system. This is actually later next week. And as you see, storms just keep coming over and over. But wait, there's some warm air coming, and I want you to see why. Because this dry air map shows you here in the brown all the areas where it's dry. Look at the moisture, but watch this cold front right here. Wow. Look at that thing as the thing comes down with the drier temperatures. But watch as the humidity comes back into the middle of the country and the east part of the country next week. You want to know why? Here's why. Because right now what we've got going is a big cold snap that has been moving through the area. And as it continues down, I'm going to show you here in a second, you'll see this as it comes down and envelops all of Florida. Look at there. But watch what happens in the middle of the country going into next week and into the Northeast, guys. The heavy snow that's coming is going to start melting, and this is going to be a mess. And the cold air that was over the eastern part of the half of the United States, it's getting ready to go out west to the west coast. And here's some temperatures, and I want you to see this as it dips down into Florida. They're going to get down below freezing. Check this out. I'm going to slow this down here in a second so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. But don't worry, by Thursday, they're back up into the 80s. But let's get back here first to the Pacific Northwest. Watch this as this heat dome that they currently have over them will get suppressed in a big manner. That's the first wave. Wait for the second one. When this comes through, this is going to bring down all kinds of snow. We're still not here yet. Here we go. Once this comes through in about 2 weeks, this is going to bring all kinds of nasty cold and snow to the Pacific Northwest through the mountain ranges. There from Montana to Idaho, Wyoming, Utah, Colorado, the Sierra Nevadas. A lot of the snowpack is going to be rebuilt. It's not going to help them for this coming spring and summer because they're still needing this snowpack to help with the drought from the past couple of years. But here's what I'm talking about. As this comes down into Florida, you can see how it starts taking over. But here, I'm going to watch the guys. Orange juice futures, now is the time to buy. Go long. Sell it in about a week. You'll be very happy. I'm going to get in here a little bit closer because I want you guys to see these temperatures. And this first one here shows it going down for Sunday. Look at this. 25, 27 Orlando, 29 Miami. What about Monday morning? This is the Canadian model. The first one was the GFS, the American. This is the Canadian. I want you to see what they're looking at. 23 Orlando, 30 Miami. This is going to be a really cold snap. But here I want you to see over time, here the past 4 days or so, 2 days, I forget, but just the way that the models have shifted in the heaviest snow patterns that are coming to the Northeast. And right now, see how towards the end, it starts coming back towards Maine and drifting a little further south? You're going to see that with these model runs because these model runs go. And again, I think the original one was back then and there that I showed there the other day. But look at this as I got it a little closer. It's showing still a good 16, 18 inches for Maine. But this is just a model showing how, and I'm slowing it down so you guys can see how this thing is slowly drifting up the East Coast. This thing is deepening. Look at all the circles and the wind bands around there. That's going to bring gale force winds from Rhode Island, Boston, that area up through New Hampshire, Vermont, up into Maine especially. We're talking 75 mile an hour plus gusts possible. So the stuff that's heavy and wet is going to fall on the southern half of the storm, probably right here where you're seeing on this new model from. This is actually the Canadian, the GEM. And actually like this model, always better. But still, look at all the tight barbs going around in the circles. Look how tight this thing is becoming, almost like a miniature hurricane. This is definitely a nor'easter of sorts that's developing right now over the southeast coast. And as this moves up, this heavy wet snow towards the coast is going to be the real powdery stuff inland towards the foothills. Guys, they're still looking at over 16 inches plus. We're talking 6-foot drifts that are going to come. Guys, I'll keep you in tune. I'll keep you informed. But I just wanted to get this out. We'll talk soon.